Wikipedia says the hipster counterculture typically consists of white millennials living in urban areas. The counterculture is broadly associated with indie and alternative music, a very non-mainstream fashion sensibility, generally progressive political views, organic and artisanal foods, and an alternative lifestyle. Oxford Dictionary says that a hipster is a person who follows the latest trends and fashions, especially those regarded as being outside the cultural mainstream. By the definitions from Oxford and Wikipedia, we saw that there are many different perspectives of what a hipster can actually be defined as.
Wondering if you know what a hipster is?
No. Do you know what the term hipster is?
Sure.
Sure? Okay.
Do you know what a hipster is?
Yes.
Well dressed. I don't know. Wearing fake glasses.
Say, like, some type of like old school type vibe clothes that like were like they sewed in themselves with like a little rainbow type of bandana.
You know, you got the beard, but I can't grow that. Probably the glasses, a beanie, jeans.
Someone that kind of goes against the grain, wears frankly weird clothing or outdated clothing, and kind of just almost wants to put themselves out there to get the attention of wearing things that are not considered normal.
Big glasses, skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans.
Anything final?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Black.
Like they have on like the big flannel shirts and the bell bottom pants and then the shoes with the big heels and the fish swimming. They dress like pimps.
Beanies. Yeah. That's a big one. Vans. Chinos. Possibly some sweaters, flannels, t-shirt maybe. I think it's someone like a old hippie vibe type person who believe in like organic type materials or anything else like using the earth.
Somebody who's not mainstream.
Someone who's not mainstream.
Not mainstream.
Try not to be like everybody else, but then it turns out they try to dress differently. They try to go like do other stuff that most people aren't doing, but it turns out that everyone's trying to be hipster, that everyone's conforming to it.
Someone who is in touch with their style, someone who is quite artistic, loves music, art, and uses that style to express themselves.
Somebody who smokes pipe. Like back in the 70s, like suck big.
It's like a really weird thing because there are a lot of different definitions of a hipster and a lot of different kinds of people that are considered hipsters. But it's just a weird subculture that came, I think, from the internet.
Laid back, relaxed, confident.
Okay, so, you confused about what a hipster is still? We are too. Anywho, there are a lot of stereotypes that come along with the term hipster. Hipsters are mostly seen as white, but the term can definitely be used for other races. And it isn't just a gender thing either. You can be a hipster girl or a hipster guy. It isn't a social class thing either. Anyone can be a hipster, but it stereotypically is seen to be a white millennial thing in the suburban areas surrounding big cities. And it also isn't necessarily a family thing. I'm sure that there are a bunch of hipster parents who are dressing their hipster children in tiny suspenders and beanies. But just because you come from a family like that doesn't mean that you necessarily are going to end up like that. Sure, you may have an odd taste in music when you get older, but you may not fit into the category hipster. What does the category hipster mean? Well, you may classify to be a hipster if you like, do, have, or support any of the following things. Indie music, coffee shops, suspenders, tattoos, beanies, photography, off-Broadway plays, organic locally grown / bottled anything, American Apparel, Urban Outfitters, cruiser bikes, Jackson Pollock, Tom's shoes, platform shoes, Oxford shoes. We can go on and on for days about this, but long story short is that there are many things that you can do to classify yourself as hipster in the eyes of today's society. But in all seriousness, what is a hipster still? Why does hipster get all this bad rep? It's because we see hipsters everywhere when they are supposed to be those that go against the grain. It goes like this. When someone dresses like a certain subculture without actually being a part of that subculture, like a hipster wearing flannel and a beanie and sporting a large beard and not being a lumberjack, it seems to catch flack from everyone. And to tell you the truth, there's a lot of people starting to do exactly that. Even those that some may even actually consider to be quote-unquote hipster. The reason why hipsterdom is so big these days is because in a country that is so focused on Apple or Android, Walmart or Target, Miley Cyrus or Taylor Swift, there are a bunch of people who try to stand out from a very robotic crowd. So if you think of yourself as someone who dresses differently, acts differently, thinks differently from those that surround you, then you may actually fall under what is now called the subculture of being a hipster. Like today, I wore this outfit today outside going to class and whatnot. And the people in my generation, being around 20 years of age, didn't really think much about it. You know, they're used to things like this nowadays. However, around 6 o'clock when all the older people started walking home from work, I definitely caught some strange views from those walking the opposite direction. Anyone who does anything that is seen as being outside the norm can be classified as a hipster. And there are a bunch of people who do that these days. And that's why hipsterdom is actually a subculture.